And now we're going to have a children's moment and our children's offering time, the time for our kids to bring their offerings. So if you're at home, don't forget to set aside your offering in your children's offering jar or container. Now for our lesson today, we're going to talk about the word pressure. Do you know what that means? Take your hands and press them together really hard. Press down really, really hard. Pressure is like when one thing is pressing really hard against another thing. Well, we can feel pressure in our lives. Now, am I talking about somebody actually pressing really hard down on me? No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how we feel on the inside. On the inside, it can feel like we are being pressured. You might feel pressure when you've got a lot of stuff to do, like maybe homework or assignments, and a whole lot of stuff to do, and you're not quite sure how you're going to get it all done, and you feel all this pressure because of all the stuff to do. Or maybe you feel pressure because your friends are trying to get you to do something that you know you're not supposed to, and you're feeling that pressure from them. Or maybe you just feel pressure because you're worried about something. Now, some people can say that kids don't feel pressure or stress, but I believe that you do feel pressure. I believe kids have hard days and go through hard times and feel that pressure just like everybody else. Well, the Bible has something to say about pressure. So go grab your Bible, press pause if you need to, and we're going to open up to 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 8. 2 Corinthians 4:8 says this: "We are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed." Wow. So the Bible is saying that we are going to have some hard times. Did it say in here anywhere, did you hear the Bible say we are going to have a perfect life? No, I didn't hear that either. Did the verse say anything about how we will never encounter trouble or feel pressure ever? No, I didn't hear that either. The Bible is saying that, yeah, we're going to go through some hard times. But if you listen to each sentence, there's a word that changes everything. And that word is but. So listen for the word but and what comes after the but. We are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed. Perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not abandoned. Struck down, but not destroyed. So the Bible is saying that even though we go through those hard times, they're not going to take us down because we have God. We have the peace of Christ and we have the power of Christ. So the next time you're feeling pressure, I want you to think of these 4 things: diamonds, grapes, olives, and seeds. We're going to talk about diamonds first. Have you ever seen a diamond? I have a picture of a really big diamond right here. Diamonds are shiny and they're really pretty, and they're also really valuable. But diamonds don't start out this way. Do you know how a diamond is made? Diamonds actually start from this really dark, ugly rock. Looks like a big lump of coal. And diamonds start out as this big, ugly rock way, way, way down, 100 miles at least below the surface of the earth. And when diamonds are down there, way underneath the earth, they undergo all this pressure, 725,000 pounds of pressure. Oh, and did I mention the heat? Yeah, 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It's pretty hot. So intense heat, intense pressure. And then in order to come to the surface, to the earth, it's through a series of volcanic eruptions. Wow, that's a hard life to start. But then in the end, we get this beautiful and very valuable diamond. Well, our life could be like this diamond, where maybe we do go through hard times and maybe God is working on us and working on our heart. And the end result is that God is making diamonds out of us. And I remember I said grapes. Have you ever eaten a grape? Well, grapes give us something called grape juice. Have you ever drank grape juice? Well, in order to get grape juice, these beautiful grapes have to get squished in order to release their juice. And so I love grape juice and I love the flavor, but in order to get that, these grapes here have to go through some pretty hard times and get squished. Olives, I don't know that you guys snack on olives very much, but if you do, you know that they look a lot like grapes, but olives give us this thing called olive oil, and it's used in a lot of cooking, and it's very tasty. But in order to get olive oil, just like with the grapes, the olives have to be squeezed, which probably doesn't feel too good if you're an olive, but the end result is the olive oil, which is great. And then the last thing, seeds. Have you ever planted a seed? Whenever you plant a seed, you've got to put it under the ground. So you think about these seeds, they're way underground, they're all by themselves, they're in the cold, in the dark, alone. But out of that isolation and out of that cold and dark place blooms this wonderful plant. It might be a flower, maybe it's a fruit or a vegetable or a really cool plant, but something great comes out of this dark, alone time that the seed has to spend underground. So the next time you feel pressure in your life, I want you to remember what the Bible has to say. I'm going to say the first part, and then I want you to say that second part with me, the verse that starts with the word but. We are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed. Perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not abandoned. Struck down, but not destroyed. Have a great week. I'll see you again soon.